Okay guys, we are back. Hopefully everything's okay again. Let me make sure everything is running here. There we go. Okay, we're back guys. Sorry about that everyone. My PC just did its daily freeze and crash. So had to reboot the PC because the game just froze there. And this is why I don't play on full Iron Man, because I know stuff like this will happen to me for sure. Quickly, while Ronar is dead, praise the elders. Surely Ronar will get the mod I just pinged with. Oh, you gave me a mod? Well, what is this mod that you just pinged with? Let me see, Ooh, another... Unable to read mod directories of XCOM engine.ini. What? Nope, it's running. Alright, apparently Tedster pinged me with a thing. Let me see what's going on here. This passive icons creates passive icons for view in tactical. All right, we'll have that on right now. Why not? So this thing, we will subscribe to that, and that will be another thing that we just added in. And I believe that should be everything. I might have needed to update because I think Tedster also updated something here. Let me see if we can get the Beyond Legendary stuff. I think I can update it if I go to Steam and then unsubscribe to it and resub to it. Beyond Legendary. Does that show up, or is it no, I have to go from the Discord message that he sent me a while ago. I can't find it. It's really far up, I think. Alright, well, we'll just launch this for now. That should be fine. It probably updated. Okay, apologies for everything here, guys. We have to reboot everything, though, and the game is going to take another 10 years to run. I had updated both Long War and Mod Jam today. Nothing for Beyond Legendary yet. Oh, okay, it was supposed to be for Long War and Mod Jam. It probably updated. I'm assuming it did. If it didn't, then oopsies. Alright then, well, we are going to be here for the next 5 minutes, so let's go talk about some XCOM stuff, shall we? I'm very excited to try out this team. We have the Frost Squad. I've been waiting to get a Frost build going, but every single time I run the Frost Squad, they crash and burn early game, because some mission with a bunch of really hard enemies just completely murders them. I'm hoping that this won't be the issue this time around. We have a really strong one. We have the Frost Muton as well as the Frost Purifier. And I think we'll also start focusing really hard on trying to find the Winter Sentinel. And maybe we'll work a bit on rescuing alien defectors and getting ourselves a Frost Technician. I'd love to get a Frost Technician and maybe even like a Frost Officer. That'd really make a really fun campaign, just having an entire squad dedicated purely to Frost. Ronar, can I pretty please have the Frost Muton? Alright, we'll give you the Frost Muton, West Easy. Ronar, please go back up to my meme. Okay, I'll scroll up. Let me find it. This is what Tama made. Stop trying to make Frost Squad happen. It's not going to happen. It's gonna happen. Just you watch. This campaign, we're gonna make Frost Squad happen, and it's gonna be our strongest squad. Then after that, we're gonna have Fire Squad, and they're gonna work side by side. They're gonna be like a team effort thing, where they both, I don't know, actually does Pyro Squad and Frost Squad even work together? Let me think. You can do the Chem Throw? No, I don't think it does. I don't think they have any synergies, because Frost Squad just slows them down until they can't move. Fire Squad burns them so they can't. No, I don't think they have any synergies. It would be cool though to have like fire and ice be some sort of synergy. I know like in some games like Elden Ring, if you have like an enemy that's like frosted or frostbitten and you hit them with a fire attack, the fire attack ends up doing like double damage or something. It's a cool concept if you decide to build upon it. And that would probably allow Frost Squad to be a little bit stronger if you did something like that. Makes them a lot less isolated as a theme. Frost Squad is the only squad that one-missioned a ruler. That is true! Frost Squad is capable of one-rounding an alien ruler if you set it up correctly. Frost reset Elden Ring tech Lamau. Hey, somebody knows! Although technically isn't it just better to bleed them repeatedly? Because bleed also just resets. I don't think there's an internal cooldown on bleed in Elden Ring. Hey, technically bleed's also a thing in XCOM. It's confirmed. XCOM is just turn-based Elden Ring. Pet Rock went ape on Frost units. We will find out when we see their perk list. Here, I'll play this in the background so you guys have something to watch. Elden Ring is third-person XCOM. Bleed is for weebs. It's true. If you're running a bleed build, you're almost definitely running that katana, right? Not even technically, we literally have the Bloodlet perk. The Blade Dancer also has a bunch of stuff on them. I hope we get another Blade Dancer. That's a class I wanted to play around with more. Can I... Oh! The game just sabotaged me. Can I be the Frost Purifier? Sure, why not? Once you hit critical mass of Frost, then it becomes busted. So Frost is basically, it's really weak until it's not. Ah, no! I was gonna get it! Okay, okay, we can do this, we can do this. Just gotta jump over the spike. There we go, we did it. I'm a champion now. Frost is weak on his own and busted when combined. No in between. It's so true. It stacks up so strong. I feel like fire is better overall. It's just that it has more limited applications. It's a lot harder to apply fire through bullets because there's so many restrictions on it, right? The best rounds that you can get, I think, are the dragon rounds, unless something changed. But in base Long War 2, the best you could get was dragon rounds with 50% burn chance. Then everything else was tied to like gauntlets and close range weaponry. However, it's kind of changed though. In Ted Jam, you got the napalm rockets. You have a lot of ways of applying fire, but there are a lot more fire immune enemies. There's like the evil versions of the hero classes. Those things are all immune to fire. You got the purifiers, which are another thing that balances against fire, and swords. Honestly, purifiers are the class of enemies that were really needed to balance a lot of the Long War 2 strongest units. And it's really quite interesting that this is a balance change that came from vanilla. Alright, what are we doing here? We are moving up.
Whatever it is, I'm willing to put wave after wave of men at your disposal.
Throwing a grenade on top of you guys, just like that. Almost a kill on that guy. Then afterwards, we're sending up our cryo dude. Cryo dude, where are you, cryo dude? There we go. Managed to kill one guy, but not the other one, though. Hello, welcome back. Okay, then. Jane Kelly destroys this guy. Gonna activate the sectoids back there, and we're just going to take care of those guys, no problems, hopefully. Hi there.
They bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
2 kills for Jane Kelly, and we just need 1 more kill on that guy back there. Who's gonna get Mr. Advent Gunner?
Asset secure.
I thought I had extra actions to kill that guy. How come I don't have any actions to kill this guy this time around? I'm kind of confused. Didn't I have, other units to kill him with?
It is clear.
On the move.
Maybe I'm just remembering
I can
wrong.
still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor.
Alright, the game's gonna force me to roll the Overwatch again. I hope this is gonna be okay. And then what do? I guess you can run up and help out? You have that ability that kills things with your shotgun when they try to move near you. So I'm just gonna put you right up there. What?!
It is a travesty.
Javier, no! The game save scummed on me. It wasn't happy with the last round, so it forced me to re-roll everything.
Found a way to mind control them now.
That's actually really annoying, though. So about this timeline, it's always frustrating when the game does that, though, or when the when my PC does that little crash and then kills off a soldier like that. It's like, it feels bad because on one hand I want to play Iron Man, so it's like I can't go back and save them, but on the other hand it's like they don't really deserve to die. I feel like that person didn't deserve to lose a soldier, because the first time we did this, it was clean. We killed the guy and then we killed everything else. But this time around, the gunner manages to just one-round the guy. And it's just so unfortunate that people will have to lose soldiers for that. You know what, Javier? It's early in the campaign. I'm gonna reload this just for you, because I don't feel like your soldier deserves to die for that. We did this right on the first time through, and nobody died. So having your soldier die on like a crash reload really probably doesn't feel good. And I also have a bunch of people who subbed to get these soldiers, so I don't want people to die for things that like weren't really, quote, a part of the game. And for those guys who are just coming in, my computer just crashed earlier when I finished that turn with no one dying. Now that I've reloaded the same turn and replayed it out, that person died now. But this will be the one time that we break Iron Man just for Javier. Okay then. So how do we get rid of these guys? What did I do last time? What caused it to be different? I ran you up. I was planning on using the ice thrower on all of you guys. I remember that much. But then I forgot like what changed that allowed them to well, what was the difference? Was it because I used an HE grenade instead of an AP grenade? Maybe I used an HE grenade instead of the AP grenade. Let's find out. No, that didn't make a difference. Alright, but then you did the thingy here. We weren't able to get the gunner, I kind of remember that much. And then I believe what happened was Jane Kelly, she missed her chop here. So she ran up to here, killed this guy. I think she attempted to kill the gunner, and then she failed to get the gunner. Or did someone else attempt to get the gunner? I don't remember anymore. I remember we missed a 98% on him, which forced us to do a bunch of mass overwatches, and then we successfully killed him then.
Now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Who was it that got the kill against him? Or no, did I not use the flame? I think I used you to chop, and then... Oh, I remember now. Last time when I first did this turn, this guy threw an AP grenade. It killed the engineer directly, so there were only 2 guys left alive. Then I was able to kill the trooper over here with Jane Kelly, and then Frost Trooper ran in and tried to kill this guy and missed. And then so everyone else had to overwatch against the gunner, and then they killed him. And then the turn was safe like that. Then this time around, I had to, I used the flamethrower, I think, or the cryo thrower. And the cryo thrower didn't get the kills, which is why I was forced to, or no, because the red guy didn't die, I used the cryo thrower, and since that only killed, that didn't kill anyone except for the red guy, Jane Kelly using her action here means this guy couldn't go to get behind the gunner, and because this guy wasn't behind the gunner, he wasn't moving. That's what happened. Okay.
On your order.
Anyways, right now what we're going to do is we are going to probably go for the flamethrower.
Fired up!
There we go. If I go for the chop, Jane Kelly isn't as bulky as this guy, so she would get shot to death. This guy has like 20 defense built in, 25 defense built in, so he's kind of like got a shitty version of half cover built into him. He would be able to dodge some attacks, but Jane Kelly wouldn't. Also, this guy does not eat critical hits as easily, since he doesn't count as being flanked, so he doesn't get the 40% critical hit modifier against him. So he's allowed to stand in the open, but Jane Kelly isn't. However, this doesn't actually help much because I think they can just run up the sides and shoot Jane Kelly either way. If we throw a smoke on her, she'll be fine.
Popping smoke!
Hopefully. She might still go down. It'll be unfortunate if she dies.
Copy that.
My father walked 100 miles with a mule, 2 goats, and a shoe on his back.
Okay, everyone's just gonna run up this way, and we're gonna get ready to drop down on the sectoid. I believe they cannot climb up to here. I don't think they have enough movement. So staying up on this railing should be pretty safe.
It was not long before rumors of my morbid genius and
Watch Javier die again.
estimations began to fuel
Alright, anyone who dies this
local
round stays dead.
For the dead.
You never use the ice thrower, but stab and flank the gunner. Yeah, that's what I think happened, Wati. Ooh, he got a mind control on Jane. Uh-oh. Well, Jane, you're in trouble. Because I might need to blow you up.
He's in my... I can't stop it!
Unfortunate. He got the crit through the smoke.
Worse here!
You know, Sectoid, if I had safely mind-controlled someone from all the way back there, I would have probably left them alive. Do we have a flashbang to deal with them? I don't think we have a flashbang, so we might need to get a bit closer. This Gatecrasher's a mess. I don't know why I'm playing so poorly right now. We're gonna have to kill the zombie. There's no other way for us to deal with the Sectoid, unfortunately. Do I have enough AP grenades to get him? Don't think I have enough AP grenades to get him, but ZZ Jing should be able to get behind him. Is that a flank? Not a flank. How do I get a flank on this guy without getting shot at? This doesn't count as a flank. I have to be like right here, I think. But that requires me to go through the fires, so the other option is like be right here. We also need to kill the zombie so it doesn't get to do zombie things to us. Let's move. I guess we'll have this guy run through the smoke. Bit of damage, and we'll kill off the zombie with this last guy down here.
In the end, every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
Dead.
Destroyed.
And then I guess we could throw the EP grenade on him. I probably should have did that instead of running the overwatches, if I was planning on doing this to begin with anyways.
Here, catch!
I'm just clicking really quickly so we can get through this mission. Get to the main stuff here. Then after that, you can go for the choppies against this fella. Do you have full armor? Yes, you do. We'll go kill the sectoid next round. Immune. He's not immune to full damage to the face, though. And I'm gonna have you get as close to the sectoid as possible, so you can claw him next round also. Gunner will die from the burn, so we don't have to worry about him.
Heading out.
Imagine we get no 17 mobility soldiers. It happens. I think 17 mobility is quite rare, so the chances that you get it aren't always going to happen. If we don't get it, that's fine. Yeah, see that? Only 55% chance of getting and only 3% crit. Now, Jane Kelly unfortunately got crit through the smoke, which is quite unfortunate, but it happens. Alright, finishing blow here. AP grenades drop corpses, as well as loot.
Positive confirmation. Area secured. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
It's so weird that it's enhanced weapon crates. You don't like enhanced weapon crates? I think of them as just picking up 10 supplies.
Today's maneuver by local peacekeepers was a planned exercise.
Bobo as the tech did really well, to be fair. Yeah, she did do really good as a technician. I would like to follow that up.
To better train Advent forces.
Exotic crates have identical cash value to the same tier of basic crates, but you still need Science Thatch NG to open them. I don't know, getting the early NGs was nice, but it's something that I don't think I can do too often. It's really hard to get a lot of personnel early on to just start cracking open crates. It'd be nice to be able to do so, though.
There can be no other path for us.
Plus 8 hacking is actually quite nice to have early on. Alright, let's go do the things that we need to do. GTS up.
Guerrilla Tactics School construction initiated.
Research complete.
Incoming
Talk to Shen. Completely ignore her talking about her dead dad. Talk to Councilman, but completely ignore him. And finally, talk to Bradford and completely ignore him and just take control of the ship.
The outcome of this research.
Is this the mag rush attempt? Yeah, we'll mag rush this time since we actually have the corpses to do so.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
You know them as they... My kind were once the puppets of Advent, slaves to the Elders' twisted...
Look guys, we're speedrunning.
Now, slowly we are...
This is what an XCOM speedrun looks like. Gatecrasher any percent. Alright. Jane out for 28 days. Quite unfortunate for a gatecrasher, but it happens. I got the Frost Bomber class and the Frost Purifier class. Did I luck out with the 27 dodge, or do these guys just come with a ton of dodge tied to them? The Frost Purifier is an unhinged unit that refuses to take cover for some reason, but because of their armor and durability, it isn't a hindrance. They bring to combat their Cryolator, which serves as an excellent source of area of effect damage, and their axe, which can deal devastating blows to enemies. When questioned about their ranged capabilities, they simply pointed to the axe on their back. Got total combat. Shadow Melt. A Shadow Melt Purifier. Now that's an interesting one. Mine Layer, Frost Bomb, Hard Target, Improvised Bitter Frost Grenade, 17 Mobility. Paying to unlock the Enhanced Crate might be worth it since it has a mag coil tier weapon in it. Wait, really? The Enhanced one has mag and coil tier weapons? I'll have to take a look at that when I finally get my R&D lab up. Okay, now, one thing about this class that is not told to the player here is that this class is the only class that I know of that gets armor on level up. Every other class gets HP, will, and aim, these like little green stats here, but they never get anything else. This class can get armor on promotions, and it ends up with a lot of armor by the end of the game, so it's quite interesting to have like a tanky variant of these things. I'm definitely taking Hard Target on this guy. Then afterwards it would just be decision time between a stealth variant or a total combat Bitter Frost Grenade manufacturing variant. Is that Squatty Predator? Yeah, it gets Predator at Squatty. I guess that's for the Cryolator to just get extra accuracy. No wonder these guys never miss. They apparently get 40 aim from that. Wait, what? Really? No, they get they get 20 aim from this, and I think this is misleading. It's actually plus 20 aim on all axe weapons and plus 20 aim on all Cryolator weapon attacks. So it's actually more like 88 aim for both of these things. It's just for some reason showing it the other way around, but I don't think that's how it works. Okay, so he's got extra crit damage. Why do they really focus on things like aggression and bring them on like these Cryolator units? I see that a lot for like the Arsonist also. It's like, isn't the point of the Cryolator or the Chemthrower to like inflict debuffs? Also, someone earlier asked for the Purifier. Who was it? I think some people earlier asked for either the Purifier or the Muton. I think someone in YouTube chat mentioned that. No tech, I will get you this Purifier here. No tech. Sen. I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I'm just gonna say no tech. No tech. Sench. There you go. And Wazdees. Wazdees wanted the Muton, right? I think we're gonna give Wazdees the Muton. Wesdees, sorry. Wesdeezy. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at our soldiers here. So we've got you over here. How does this work? Next Cryo Thrower to be free. You get Untouchable, and you get Burial Blade, an interesting combo. Lethal for extra damage with the Cryolator. Damage control to not die. Run and slice to get free slices. This is actually quite good for positioning. You can run up to a group of enemies, stab them, and then start cryolating. Double time is quite good. Lightning reflexes is key for melee units. I'm probably going to take lightning reflexes. Throw a frosty axe at an enemy as a free action. This better inflict chill. Throw an axe at your enemy. If it is lethal, the actions are refunded. Oh, does it shatter the stasis? Doesn't say if it shatters stasis. Combatives, thousands to go. Cold snap. First use of the ice thrower will refund the actions used. Crusader's Rage means this guy will never get wounded. Tis but a scratch plus Crusader's Rage is like, you can take 9 HP's worth of damage and you won't be in the medbay. This is quite funny. Frost Strike and Throwing Axe abilities grant a movement-only action. There's a lot of action economy on this unit. Galvanized armor, +1 armor, and the last 1 armor cannot be shredded. This is a pretty big deal for a unit that can't take cover. I think I would take this always. +3 mobility. Keen Edge. Imagine a Frost Purifier just stealthing around the mission. That's actually quite funny. I'll consider this combo. You're also harder to detect, which is quite interesting. It's not something that we see too often. Hi, it's a new run? Yes it is, Danny. How many axes can this guy throw? Well, you see, the way they set him up is that he throws invisible axes once he runs out, I think. I think that's what happens. Or rather, I think he starts by throwing in invisible axes, because they couldn't figure out how to get like the second axe model to work on this guy. Average intelligence, so I can't teach him too much stuff. This is actually enough. I can also go for just pure grenades on this guy. Ironically, this is like the one class that doesn't actually have a grenade row. And already I like it just because it's not limited to just like 2 rows. It's got like 3 really interesting rows. The thing about grenade perks is that you can't really synergize it with anything else, whereas these things you can. You can kind of mix and match these things in a way that feels nice. I don't think I mind not having aggression and bring them on if I'm going to focus purely on... If I'm going to focus purely on our ability to run around and frost things. I care mostly about tanking for the team while establishing frost on enemies. So I think this guy's main goal is going to be get into a position where he can repeatedly frost thrower enemies. Can mutants be combatives baited still? Yes, they can be, but the thing about combatives in this mod pack is that it's a lot weaker because, one, most mutants do not melee attack anymore. Like the Mutant Destroyer, the Frost Bomber mutant doesn't melee. A lot of the mutants don't melee, and you don't see as many of the original mutants just because there's so many other variants out there. Furthermore, Berserkers get to attack twice. So combatives only stops the first attack, and then you get your face beaten in. So I tend to not take combatives as often anymore. It also doesn't work against the assassin, I believe, because she has guaranteed hits, which bypasses the graze check. I think we do galvanized armor for sure. This is a tough choice here. Do I want action economy or really funny? I kind of want really funny. Like, reduce wound timer by 3, reduce wound timer by 6. Having this guy just like run around being allowed to take 9 damage and still fighting is just so funny. I feel like I have to take this. But getting to use more ice throwers though. I don't know. Getting to use the ice thrower twice is kind of important. For a frost build at least it's important. Thousands to go, burial axe. Probably just do burial axe. Lightning reflexes is key on a soldier like this. You need to be able to get past enemy overwatches. Otherwise you'll never be able to reach them. He doesn't actually have to get next to enemies, so he doesn't need lightning reflexes, but it would be nice for him to have it. Double time's an option too if I opt not to take lightning reflexes. The run and slice build is funny, but I kind of want damage control. Causes your next cryo thrower to be free. Untouchable, burial blade. Killing priest is really nice.
The new uniform isn't bad.
Freezing stuff is also nice,
sometimes I do miss that damn sweater.
As funny as combatives is, it is super abusable, and it's reasonable a hard mode would target the amount of cheese it can pull off. Kind of. It's one of those things where it's like, if it works, it's too good, but if it doesn't work, it's completely worthless. Like, I would not ever take this perk just in hopes that if, like, a stun lancer targets you, you get to counter it, or if, like, a muton targets you, you get to counter it. I would only take this if I can specifically set up a situation that is a controlled defensive maneuver. Unlike something like this just pops in no matter what shoots at me, so I'd always be willing to take this. Alright guys, we have some choices here, and maybe I'll let No-Tech decide for the final choice because this is No-Tech Soldier. Would you like to be really good at frosting enemies, really good at just having incredible amounts of armor and not dying, or would you rather be a stealth knifer? I will let you take this pick. Monique asks, can I get the muton? Someone else already has the muton, unfortunately, but we'll get a guaranteed muton later. I can remember to give you that one. No-Tech wants to take hits. Alright. Well, taking hits it is. Burial Blade means you can kill a priest and go into concealment with Shadow Melt, right? No, for how it works is Shadow Melt is an attack itself. You have to select Shadow Melt to use on the enemies. Alright then. Tanky it is. I think if we're gonna go tanky, it would be something akin to this. I can take combatives just for the 10 dodge, and it'll come in handy every once in a while. You're gonna be in the front lines threatening enemies, so there's a good chance that enemies will still choose to attack you with melee. But mostly I just want to have a crap ton of dodge on you. Tons of dodge, tons of armor. This is like the kind of tank unit that would just really stop enemies from killing it. This is like a really good traditional armor build. Galvanized armor, damage control. I'd probably try to give you some endgame suit of armor that gives extra points. Plus the rank up. I think it's like 1 point of armor per rank up or something, or per other rank up. So I'm assuming it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 points of armor. 4 plus 5, or 4 plus 1, 5, 6, 7. You can have 7 points of armor by endgame. That pretty much ensures that you won't die, even if things shoot at you, as long as they graze. As long as they don't crit you, I think 7 points of armor should be enough to tank most hits. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll give you the gene mod for emergency life support, or secondary heart, I think is what it's called. We'll give you secondary heart with meld, and you will never have to wait in the med bay. You'll run out there, immediately go down, and start bleeding out, and then we just like bring you back up because of Crusader's Rage and Tis But a Scratch. I think that'll be a funny build. I think that's really funny. Let's do that. This soldier will be fun. I think this will be a very fun soldier. Between Burial Blade and Quick Frost, I'm not sure yet. Both your Axe and your Cryolator both inflict freeze. This allows you to inflict freeze a little bit faster, which you might need, just because we didn't take Cold Snap. So I'll probably do something like this. In terms of perks down here, you have Hard Target. That's already 15 points. I can opt to give you Medic. What would your endgame loadout be? Ablative armor plus tactical vest. And medkit, I guess. Yeah, that would be your endgame loadout. So there we go. That's 25 points. 45 points. We'll do that. Alright then, after that, let's take a look at our Frost Bomber, West Easy. See what West Easy does. Muton subspecies, specializing in close combat with their shotgun and bayonet, as well as being adept with grenades. Their use of cold-based attacks makes it difficult for their opponents to escape. Does this inflict chill? Jingoistic. I think you're allowed access to basic cryo grenade launcher. Clip size 1, shred 1, range 11, radius 3. Inflicting bitter frost on everything in its vicinity. Interesting. You have a frost bayonet and a depleted frost bomber shotgun. This inflicts bitter frost on hit. Does this one inflict bitter frost on hit? Does not say. And you also get access to grenades. I will give you a bitter frost grenade in this slot in the future. For now though, just grab whatever you can. Okay, brittle ice. Attacks against chilled foes shred armor. Effectiveness increases with chill tier. Improvised bitter frost grenade. Dogpile. Trench gun. Fastball. Concentration. Grazing attacks are automatically upgraded to normal hits. It's called a Yeti. That's actually quite funny. Slugshot. This does allow me to shoot things from far away. This guy will struggle to do ranged combat. The other issue with this guy is that his aim is quite low, so I may not be able to use Slugshot. I think this gives like a bit of an aim bonus. This one does not give an aim bonus. Biggest booms, aggression. This guy also gets hard target. Wait. The modder's fucked up again! Take this shit out of the pool! Here, I'm gonna do this so you have everything be useful. Respect selected soldier. Oops. Did I not type that right? Respect selected soldier. Make sure to respect this muton. Okay, everything here should be different now. Aggression, chain shot. Master, Engineer, Sapper, and Bombard perks. Salvo, besides grenades, will make the underbarrel launcher a non-turn ending action as well. Master Engineer refunds action points when you use any of the improvised grenades perks. Okay, so if I wanted to start improvising a bunch of bitter frost grenades with this guy, that is an option. This one's mine. Warcry. Salvo. Sapper and Bombard. Bombard is extra range on your grenade throws, and Sapper is more environmental damage. This guy gets Burial Blade. Close Combat Specialist. Once again, his accuracy is kind of unfortunate. Ventilate. Guaranteed to hit and destroy target's cover. This is good in that it's guaranteed to hit, so you're always going to get frost on your targets whenever you use this. Warbringer. +1 charge to every grenade equipped, and your grenade's area of effect is increased by 1 tile. Hoarfrost Blade. Strike twice at the target with a frozen blade of ice. Inflicts bitter frost. Does each hit inflict ice? The Paraver Blades. That's a Final Fantasy reference, isn't it? Final Fantasy Tactics, specifically. It has more total charges if more blades are learned. Will to Survive, Bandolier, Whirlwind. I think if you give these guys Bitter Frost ammo, their guns will inflict 2 stacks of frost, if I'm not mistaken. So we're probably gonna do something with that. I think frost shots and maybe grenades is gonna be the name of the game with this guy. Whatever helps us inflict more frost. So for example, more bitter frost grenades is more frost. I could take the brittle ice, but this doesn't help us inflict frost. This only helps us kill things once it's frosted. Go for bitter frost grenade. Fastball to throw more bitter frost grenades. Slug shot to get the guaranteed hit from the shotgun. Demolition Man allows you to make more bitter frost grenades without having to fall behind the team. Oh, chain shot's quite good actually. Chain shot hits twice. We either do chain shot or we do demolition man. If I'm gonna take bitter frost grenade, I should take demolition man. Isn't this an auto frost actually? If you can get next to an enemy, it might be. Salvo allows you to throw extra grenades. Up to 3 grenades in 1 round actually, that's quite strong. 3 grenades in 1 round eventually, or CCS to apply ice to everything. Double time. If you had more accuracy, I'd be more willing to take CCS. Double time to get up to enemies. If I'm gonna take chain shot, I should take double time, but if I'm not gonna take chain shot, then I should take ventilate. Then after that, if I'm gonna go grenades, I should probably take Warbringer, but if I'm going to go for chain shot, I should go for run and gun. Would combining Demolition Man and Salvo combined to make improvised grenade a free action? Launching or throwing grenades with heavy weapons will not end your turn. I don't believe Salvo interacts with Master Engineer gives an action point back for this, so I can make 1 grenade, throw a grenade, get my action back, and make another grenade. That technically works, I think. I'm not sure, honestly. Isn't it 3? Chill, bitter, frost, frozen? Oh, it's 3? It's not, I thought it was, chill, bitter, and then frozen. There's a frost here in it also. Chill, bitter, chill, frost, and then frozen. Okay. Keep that in mind. In terms of perks down here, I think we take the Bandolier at the very least. Does this break if I have the extra grenade slot from Jingoistic? I hope it doesn't. Will to Survive gives us like a bit more survivability if we decide to run up. Heavy Hitter, Anatomy, Implacable. It's 3, I was right? Okay, that's good to hear. Breach is a nice supporting perk. It is. I think this will be good for the Technician when we get it. So we'll probably take Breach. West Easy will set up the Frost for the team, basically. Wait, I have a question. Do Bitter Frost grenades destroy cover? Because if it does, this guy technically already does it. He doesn't actually need to use the other stuff then. Warbringer. I think we'll go grenades on this guy. I never use grenades, so it's like, this is a unit that I'd actually be willing to run grenades on. Unlikely without perks. Pet Rock Quartermaster already has both the ammo and nade slot at Squatty. It works fine. Oh, it does. Okay. So it does work then. Bandolier and Jingoistic. So we'll have 2 extra slots, and these should not drain mobility. Quite nice. So I would give this guy Bitter Chill ammo, and he can either apply 2 stacks of chill to 1 target, or apply a whole bunch of chill to other things. I don't know, I feel like the chain shot might be better. It really depends on the remaining frost units that we get. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like the chain shot, it guarantees a freeze. I don't have to work towards it. Although the grenades have AoE, that's the other thing. It can get multiple units. Oh man, this is such a hard choice. Do we guarantee single target frost on turn 1? I feel like getting guaranteed frost on turn 1 is just so much better. It makes sure that you don't get completely fucked over by like Requiem enemies attacking you, right? To be fair, I have to get up to the enemies, and I can only get up to them at Gunnery Sergeant and Master Sergeant. The other perks allow me to fight from range. This guy's mobility isn't even that high. Alright, we'll do the grenade build. This guy has a bit of an issue with mobility. Only 14 mobility. I believe this extra grenade slot doesn't drain mobility, it just looks like it does. But that's a visual thing here. In the actual mission, it won't drain your mobility. Alright, then after that, let's take a look at our skirmisher. Sapper, Steadfast, Locked On, Combat Engineer, Close Encounters. Once per turn, take a bonus action after taking a standard shot with your primary weapon at an enemy within 4 tiles. Cannot trigger on the same turn as Hit and Run. Slice and Dice. I'd probably do something like this. Some combination of these perks. Combat Engineer and Master and Combat Engineer and Sapper. This is quite interesting because when you stack these two together, it creates grenades that evaporate cover. This actually makes the Battle Lord build really good. But it's not my favorite build. I have a favorite build. And my favorite build involves grappling hooking, which means open fire is technically more valuable for me. Alright, some combination of all this stuff. I don't know exactly how I'm going to set it up, but some combination of all this stuff. There we go, that's easy jing. Alright, combat class for Javier makes a lot of sense. 68 aim and 14 mobility. Center mass, attack senses, cutthroat, hit and run. Hit and run is quite nice, but close encounters is just way better for a build like this. You do get access to Burial Blade. This allows us to remove Advent Priest. That's a big deal for us. Very big deal for this team. And then you'll just take a combination of other stuff. Probably like Burial Blade, maybe Untouchable, I don't know, maybe Cutthroat, maybe Tack Senses. Now all of these things are good for this guy. I'm just going to mark them all and we'll just pick whichever one feels right in the time. The Martura. I did need an Arsonist. Oh, this is the 70 aim, 13 mobility guy. Aw, man! None of these are good sniper options. These are all terrible sniper options. Ninja. I do need a ninja. I'll probably go for that. Warden. Okay, we got a warden here. I wanted one of these. So let's get a warden over here. Hello. Time shift. Transposition stuns enemies while swapping positions with them. Raging shot. Instantly teleport a short distance. Free action. Wait, this one's free? What's up? What time am I gonna be done? Maybe I'll finish in... When do you want me available?
You want me to cook dinner? You're gonna cook dinner.
I can cook dinner.
Chicken patties.
Chicken patties? Is it okay if I'm done in like 30 minutes? Or is that too long? Are you sure? Yeah, I'll try to finish up a bit sooner for today, okay? Alright guys, my girlfriend's getting hungry, so I should probably make some food for her. But let's take a look at these guys real quick. This guy gets Blink. Instantly teleport a short distance. Free action. This is quite interesting. He has a free action with his teleport. Oh, interesting. This guy can, I bet there's another perk up here that's also a teleport, and you can have like a triple teleporting unit. That'd be quite cool to get one of those set up.
Advent's got their propaganda machine working overtime.
What killed the other campaign as Xylox? A bunch of faceless
I'm not
spawned
sure
in
they
a
have to
Liberation
do all
3
that
and
much
everyone died.
convincing at this point.
And then the
I'm
super
not sure
drone
I'd
just
trade
kind of
my
locked down our
freedom for
entire
a few
team.
hot meals and the cure for the common cold.
Well, maybe not. But what
Along
about
with
the
reinforcement
terminally
timers.
ill,
I think it was
the
just like
elderly,
a
or the
combination of
disabled?
everything getting
The
us.
aliens can offer them something we can't. Something most people would trade anything for.
You're wrong about that, Doctor.
Or lightning
We can offer
reflexes.
them freedom,
Relocate.
even if it means they have to endure the pains of being human.
I just hope they see it that way.
Also grants a 6th sense to be able to dodge AoE and multi-target attacks. This is really good, actually. I might actually take this instead of the other thing. This allows you to teleport up to a purifier, kill it, and then teleport out. It's actually really, really good. Thousands to go. Winding. Spatial Surfer we're definitely taking. Keen Edge. So how would this work? Ebb and flow. Wardens are able to change stances instead of ending their turn after certain abilities, provided they have an action point left. So normally you would have 2 action points, -1 to run up and chop something. Then you get your ebb and flow defensive action, which is usually a movement back to a safe spot. The other option is to activate one of these to turn it into an offensive action, and then you can shoot something. To set up this build, I would need to have thousands to go active. That way we can kill one thing and immediately teleport out. So how this build would work is you would blink in, chop, activate these 2 things, shoot with a shotgun, kill the target, get your action back, and then immediately use Spatial Surfer to escape. That's usually how this would work. And you'd be limited in what you could attack based on whether or not that thing has like defensive abilities, or if that thing has close combat specialist, or if it self-destructs. This allows me to get past the Overwatch defensive enemies, and this ability allows me to blow up a purifier. This is actually quite interesting. Combat presence for 20 points. Didn't expect that to be in there. Yeah, combat presence is in here too. Time shift. Transposition stuns enemies when swapping positions with them. You can also use time shift with relocate to do some funny things. Swap an enemy back into your team so you guys can kill him at your leisure, and then fight a guy and kill a guy, and then use Spatial Surfer or Blink to teleport back out. These are all quite interesting abilities that the soldier has. Close encounters. Once per turn, gain a bonus action after taking a standard shot with your... Oh, this is actually a no-brainer then. Alright, this guy thankfully has really high combat intelligence. He can learn a lot of stuff, but... basically the bread and butter for this soldier is teleport into enemy backline, double shot something with a shotgun, and immediately teleport back out. That's basically going to be the bread and butter. In terms of what I can actually add on to that, I do not know. Best use at point blank range. There's a lot of good perks on this guy. I'd want to learn everything here, honestly. Even battle space is good. I'll bet you guys battle space allows you to teleport further too. Oh man, I want to learn all of these perks. How much is that total? 10, 20, 35, 45, 55, 60, 90, 125 points for one soldier. Is that okay? Is that worth? I'm curious if this is actually worth speccing all of these on one soldier. This is definitely the kind of soldier that you want to put a PCS for life support or something on them, because you really don't want to lose them. No, it's not. Will you ever get to that point? Also, no. We're gonna get to that point. You guys will see. We're gonna kill them all. Alright, next thing that we're gonna do is promote this guy. Ninja it is. Does he get the knife thrower perk? Ah, he doesn't. Heavy hitter, keen edge, this one's mine. Tank on a ninja. Tank on a ninja? That's a weird one. Okay, if I were to do something with the ninja, it would probably just be something involving stealth and throwing knives. I've been really liking the stealth build, so we're probably going to work on that. This is also quite nice. This perk is quite solid in my eyes. I actually like this perk quite a bit. It gives you the higher crit chance that you need to get a near guaranteed crit, although it's still not guaranteed even with this. I also like tracking because you can detect nearby enemies without line of sight. It's very helpful for a squad to have a unit that has this on the team. Probably do some combination of this plus Shadow Strike. I think with Shadow Strike you should already have like guaranteed crit chance. Swift throw, recharge or tactical retreat. Recharge is nice because it resets the cooldown on swift throw as well as shadow, but tactical retreat lets you like move up, throw a knife, move, throw a knife, move. You can actually get a lot of movement out of that. Knife encounters. But I like the recharge aspect though. The thing about recharge is that it recharges your shadows so you can get ready to run into the enemy backline. This is similar to the Warden in that it's a class that attempts to dive into the enemy backlines, kind of like an assassin in those types of games where you have like this one unit that can try to reach the backlines to kill high priority enemy targets. You have like an advanced sniper in the backline. You need this type of stuff to get up to them and destroy them. Crippling Strike to give you utility versus Berserkers. The other option is Stalker for extra aim and mobility. In terms of aim, this guy's okay. I don't think he's like terrible on mobility, and with Shadow Strike you pretty much have a 100% hit chance. So the one time you would take Stalker is mostly because you want to take it with Tactical Retreat for like really deep dives into the enemy team. But I'm fine with taking Crippling Strike. This guy's got 16 mobility. That's solid enough for me, and when he's in Shadow he'll have even more mobility. Then all that's left is to figure out what we want to do down here. This is going to most likely just be heavy hitter, and this one's mine type stuff. Maybe I give him keen edge to get like kills with a sword to refresh the daggers, because he does need to get kills with his sword to get more daggers. That's another option too. Maybe we do something like this. Well, heavy hitter buffs sword damage also. I think some combination of these perks will work really well. Yeah, just some combination of all that stuff. Tank, extra munitions. You don't really need that, and you don't really need that. Yeah. All right, something like that with this soldier over there. And finally, this guy. I have to decide what to do with this person. Commando's okay. I think if you become an arsonist, you get extra mobility, and we can actually make use of that accuracy. Quartermaster, I believe, needs mobility to function, so I can't do Quartermaster. So it's between Commando and Arsonist. I'm planning on building up a Rook, so I don't think I'll need the Commando, because he's mostly just like smoke grenades and flashbangs. Did we Gates? I had to leave for a while. We did Gates. think we'll do an arsonist. I was planning on building some more of these guys. Do you get mobility? Yeah, you do. You get an extra point of mobility for turning into an arsonist. Formidable, return fire, smoker, extra munitions, high intelligence into a
You've
formidable
done a hell of a
run
job
gunner.
keeping this ship together, Doctor.
There we
That's
go.
all we've got. And I know the aliens aren't happy about losing one of their own.
I doubt they thought anyone could get this heap airborne again.
I'm more than happy to prove them wrong.
Alright, this is going to be our arsonist right here. This guy has access to run and gun. That kind of offsets their low mobility, and they'll still be relevant regardless of what happens. There we go. Alright, why don't we try to just get a couple of missions off for this new campaign? Well, we'll do like maybe 1 or 2, get into the next month. Get some scanning done. And for now, we'll just temporarily throw someone in here. Let's just throw the ninja in here for now. Look for our first few missions. Hopefully we find them. First mission. Alright, first mission is a nice and simple hack mission. Let us figure out what units we are willing to bring. So we have a person with 14 hack stat, that's quite good. I'll probably turn that person into either agent or hijacker. So I will not be taking you on any missions for now. Same with probably Canoodler or Yubnub. You guys would probably make for good hackers with that 9 hack stat. Who would be okay to bring on a mission? This guy is like perfectly average, 65 aim, 12 mobility. Does anyone here have really high mobility? You've got the 17 mobility. I'll probably turn you into our bounty hunter. 71 aim people will turn into snipers. So Casey Banner as well as original casuals, they look like they'd be good snipers. Questions 4 would be a good sniper. Tedor over here has only 13 mobility, so that's kind of unfortunate. I could probably turn that guy into like a Fusel or something. Anyone who has really low mobility, I think auto gets turned into Fusel. It's probably the best class to turn a 13 mobility guy into regardless of their accuracy. Okay, then everybody else over here. Bring a couple soldiers in. Maybe grab... Yeah, let's have the Frost Squad on this team. These guys will just become best friends. We can include one more rookie. Let's throw in this guy. Alright. This will be our squad. Have a whole bunch of grenades. Get ready to blow things up. Grenades to deal with drones. That is the standard. Always make sure that you have a full set of grenades to just blow up some drones. Can the Frost Purifier carry a rocket? Oh, he can. Alright, take a rocket with you. Alright, first squad. Get them out there.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5x5.
Ronar, people are willing to die for you. Include the red shirt soldier. Well, we are including red shirts, or they're not actually red shirted, but in spirit they are. Have a good night, Yan. We got a mission over here. This is 1 personnel and 2 rookies. I wish I could have gotten a bit more personnel, but that's fine. Let's bring in our skirmisher. And then we'll grab a couple of guys around here. Sokasakos, you're gonna be on this one. I'm gonna bring along a Big Smoke. Anyone who doesn't have high hack stat or aim should come along. I want to turn you guys into combat soldiers, maybe. I want to turn you into a bounty hunter probably. So that leaves you and... Oh, DeMairo I think also has high mobility, right? DeMairo, I think it's DeMairo, and who else? Someone else had high mobility, I think. No, that was it. Okay. I'll train up maybe one more rando troop, and then after that, I'll turn you into a No, I'll turn you into a Fusel. That type of mobility is just meant to be a Fusel. Then that means these two will end up being actual snipers. Sniper of some sort. I'll probably do like 1 or 2 XCOM snipers, and then maybe a destroyer, and then maybe a technician. That's right, we needed a technician. Here, I'll bring one of you guys. Let's bring... I'm gonna make you into our combat unit, so we'll bring Fast Guy on this one. I can't bring the full squad for this one here. Unless I give everyone here an SMG. I think we might be able to fit that if we bring SMG on the entire squad. $97. $96. $97. Alright, I can't bring this many people. We'll keep one person off the squad. I do have high hopes for what you can achieve, so I'm gonna bring you on this one. Take an RPG just to back up these little rookies here.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position for deployment.
Alright, let's go scan at the black market now. Don't forget to switch these guys over to recruit.
Avenger plotting new course.
Black market complete. There we go.
Market is open.
Alright, we can get ourselves a hunter class. Early game hunter, that should be fine. This is actually very interested. I think I have to sell this for 20 supplies. It's just too good not to sell that. This time around, let's not forget, keep at least one trooper corpse. I'm considering to sell both heavy barrels. It's actually probably worth selling those. They're worth a lot. Now, I have two options. I can either buy the hunter, or I can buy a scientist and engineer. A really early scientist and engineer might put us ahead in a really good way. Very tempted to pick up the scientist, and I think I will. Get ourselves a super early scientist.
Setting course for Sector 14, East Asia.
That's gonna set us ahead quite a bit. Now, I just gotta make sure that I switch these guys back over in approximately 2 days. 1 day for this guy. Like 1.5 days.
We have made a number of new discoveries, Commander.
Hacker's laptop complete. And then after that, we're gonna switch over to doing basic research.
I agree. That is an
Get that done with really quickly,
task,
and we will have basically a free scientist plus an invisible one.
We can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make contact,
the best contact is technically down here.
Signal.
Setting course for Indonesia.
Alright, gonna head down to Indonesia. Start making contact with that spot. Hopefully we can get it. In approximately 1 day, I'm going to switch you guys back
Attempting
over.
to establish local regional contact.
12 hours. 7 hours. 4 hours. 1 hour. There we go. Perfect. Switch you back over to Intel. And I'm going to keep on scanning. Almost made contact with a new spot. I'll probably finish that up before we find, before we do more stuff. But let's get this mission out of the way here. Ronar soon gonna cook. Yeah, I do have to cook some dinner for my girlfriend soon. I'll try to get maybe 1 or 2 more missions in for you guys so that we have something to start off from tomorrow. Is tomorrow Friday or Thursday? Tomorrow is Thursday. I'll let you guys know whether or not we're going to host our XCOM-a-thon on Saturday or Friday. What I might do is I might switch it back and forth. 1 week I might do the XCOM-a-thon on Friday, another week I might do the XCOM-a-thon on Saturday. Because I know most people prefer it on Saturdays, some people want it on Fridays. But also my girlfriend would like to have some time with me on some Saturdays also. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do like a little bit of an alternation. Is this girlfriend gonna be a problem for us? You'll have to fight me first, Twitch chat. Okay, this mission is going to involve a ton of rookies.
Explosives. You may want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when using explosives.
Up there.
Explosives. Explosives.
Alright, 3 people up there.
Go, 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 go!
I'm gonna start by sending our first rookie forward. There is a group of 3 up there. That's excellent.
Running.
That will be our first engagement right there.
Running. Oh, hi.
Okay, sectoid, Advent Troopers. Are you guys gonna come this way, or...? That was a really weird patrol path that they just took, but okay. She keeps him alive between stream periods, it's true. She does keep me alive between stream periods. I kind of want to throw a grenade on that guy to begin with. Sword guy over here should be able to take care of the sectoid, no problems. So we're gonna have you rookies start working on these guys. Big damage. Good start. What is more important, the love and affection of your significant other, or the adoration of the unseen masses? I think we can get a kill on these guys from within. Ahsoka Sako's destroy these guys. Excellent work. Aw, no loot. And there we go. Do I get an Illyrium core for my troubles?
Happy now?
No, but I do get an advanced laser sight. I'll take those. Those are quite nice to have.
It is clear.
Overwatch for 1 round. Next round we're going to keep moving forward. The computer also provides a feeling of warmth and comfort if it's close enough.
Let's do this.
Did you guys ever hear of that psychology story of like the monkey that was tortured into liking scrap of like metal or something. Basically, like this guy was like, oh, is it nature versus nurture? And so he would do tests on like a baby monkey by taking it away from its mother and then creating an image of its mother using like scrap metal, but it would have like iron barbs on it and stuff. I don't know what the point of the experiment was. I just assumed that he was a maniac that loved to terrorize animals, but who knows. I'm sure there was something going on with that. I cannot hit these guys from here. I should try to kill at least one Advent Sentry. Let's try to kill at least one. Now the problem with sitting here with you is that the sectoid and the trooper are just gonna come flank you and shoot you to death. And none of my guys actually have good grenade options. We might just have to fall back for this round. I don't like falling back rounds, but this might be a fallback round.
Here I come!
Okay. We'll take this round to Overwatch, and hopefully the enemies walk up to us so we can kill them. One sector moving forward. He does actually get a mind control. Okay, now he has to die. I rarely actually see the enemies get mind controls on our squad, so it's kind of surprising whenever we do see it happen for real. Nice shot. Okay, that guy's just dead now. Gets instantly dropped after using all his abilities. Could you imagine being that sectoid? You're like, oh man, I successfully summoned a zombie and mind controlled the guy. Now let me go get into a better position. Instantly dies. Ouch. A little bit of damage on Sokasakos. These guys really like hitting Sokasakos. I can shoot the rocket. It just means I don't have a way of killing drones later.
Going hot!
The soft monkey had no food or water. The wire mother had food. It had to choose the bad mother to fulfill its needs. Yeah, something like that.
Tired of waiting around.
Okay, let's see if these guys will drop loot. Loot?
How many is that now?
No loot. Loot? No loot. Or maybe. Or maybe some loot. Can we have some loot maybe? Loot? No loot. Sad. I put my cat's food in a metal dish. Does that make the dish its mom? Xylox asking the real questions here.
Yes.
Copy that.
Do you get mobility back once you shoot your rocket launcher? I don't think you do, right? Alright, we've managed to kill seven enemies. Minus one because that one of them was a zombie, so 6 enemies. There's probably a pod of 2 or 3 sitting out there for these rookies to fight against. And I think we might have found them.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with.
Advent assault trooper, uh-oh.
Their obedience makes them
Those things are nasty. This should be the final group of enemies though. I don't think there should be anything else besides maybe another drone. We are just going to lob grenades on top of this guy until he dies. You want to die, sir? Would you like to die a little bit harder? There we go, he's dead. Then all that's left is to finish off Mr. Drone over here. Let me get the squad moving up. Should be a nice and easy mission here. Very smooth. This mission went very easily. Very smoothly. Didn't even get any wounds. Alright, now the real question is, can you get this kill? No. Nice try.
Shot failed to connect. I hope it's worth it.
Alright, somebody's getting stunned by the drone, but I don't think that should be too much of an issue here. Why does everything target Sokasakos? Is it because you have no defense? No dodge? Does everyone else have higher dodge? No, this guy has worse dodge. They just don't like Sokasakos. I don't know why everything keeps targeting you, but it does.
Gotta do better.
I was talking to you.
Come on, you guys. No. No, do I have to grenade this thing? I don't even have a grenade. Don't wound Sokasakos, don't do it. This drone's like, I'm gonna put him in the med bay. I'm gonna put him in the med bay. You're so fucked. I like how killing this drone is a team effort. There we go.
Okay, so I got one. What's over there? Running dry on ammo.
Got it.
Alright, someone's gonna bust the guys out. Everyone else get to the evac zone. I'm gonna cover their retreat.
Tired of waiting around.
You made me go to Wikipedia. Harry Harlow psychologically tortured a monkey to prove bad parents screw up children. Okay, when you put it like that, it makes him sound a little bit less psychopathic. It's also probably during a time period where people really just didn't really care too much about animals. I don't even consider myself that much of an animal person. Like, if I had to, like, put down a dog or a person, then I would obviously know what I would do there.
Got it.
But, I still try to at least, like, not unnecessarily hurt an animal. Like, I'm never going to become a vegan or anything. Like, the comforts of protein is just too important for me. But, I wouldn't just go out of my way to, like, kill a cat or something like that. And stuff like that does feel kind of weird to me as a person.
Looks like they called in some friends.
I'm all over it.
Alright, next round we can get out.
Moving out.
Is that everyone? And we are out.
Here I come. VIP secure and
Alright.
information for evac.
Very good first mission after Gatecrasher. Not too bad at all.
We've secured a civilian
And get some
contact.
rank ups. We should just eat other people. It's probably the only solution. You know, I've always been thinking about this kind of stuff and asking, like, how much of an impact does veganism actually make in the planet? And in my opinion, instead of trying to boycott animal products, which I don't even care too much about, I feel like it's like, you know, farming's gonna happen regardless of what happens. It's what humans did to survive this far. But if you wanted to make a difference, instead of refusing to eat meat for just like this small, less than 1% of the population, instead what you should really do, because you'll never convince like places like Asia and Africa to stop eating meat. Like they just don't have any other means of doing that. The only places that you can actually afford to say I want to be a vegan is a first world country.
Our troop skills are improving.
But what you should actually be doing instead is really going into the sciences and researching how to clone tissues, right? Like if you can grow artificial muscles in a lab, that is a great way to get meat, satisfy all of the protein needs that humans have, while still being able to make it so that there's less animals getting hurt, if that's what your target is. Although most people probably won't do that because that's a lot more work than just not eating meat. Okay then. Got some more rookies. Let's take a look at what these rookies can do. We have a 75 aim soldier here. This is like maximum accuracy that a soldier can get. So I'm curious to see what we can do with this guy.
I don't blame Shen for wanting to keep
Everyone
an
else
eye on
is
Tiger,
approximately average.
but at this point, we need all the help we can get.
Get our promotions going. We got Sokasako's first. Well, I did need a pyromaniac. There's also a heretic. I did need a pyromaniac, so we'll probably turn Sokasako's into that. Danny over here. Roboticist, gunslinger, gunner. I did need a roboticist at some point, so that's going to be your thing. Big Smoke. I could turn Big Smoke into the tank like last time. I will probably do that. Turn him into a hoplite. The other option is to go Scavenger and try to get loot, but Scavenger as a class is kind of weak by itself. Would I be willing to gimp some of my units just to get a little bit more loot? I don't actually know. I might be. I might be willing to do that, depending on how strong my teammates are. Got a hijacker over here, or an overlord. Ooh. Why are so many people rolling commando this run? The one time I don't want a commando, we're just getting a ton of commandos. Hijacker and overlord. One idea is that we can get an early hijacker. The other idea is that we just get an overlord so we can start killing things with squad sight. This is a really powerful squad sight unit, so I would be considering to run the overlord. First things first though, let's do pyromaniac. What are you good at? You got toxic fuel. Disorient and poisons. You don't have the other thing that inflicts acid though. Hunter's Instinct, Improvised EMP Grenade, Open Fire, Scrounger. I think you would be taking the usual stuff. Predator into Magnum for the extra accuracy. Open Fire also gives you extra accuracy. Between these two, you should have a really good chance of hitting things with your Magnum. Sentinel, War Crime Expertise. Concentration, Volatile Flare, Quick Burn or Heavy Hitter, probably quick Heavy Hitter so that your damage over times will all work together. And finally, the Intent to Murder. Toxic Fuel is nice in that it gives you a little bit more control over enemies with the Flamethrower, but if I'm already burning them, I don't really need the Poison and the Disorient. The Disorient helps against certain things, however. For example, I know there's those enemies that are immune to burns, the evil heroes. If you use this, you can actually poison and disorient them. That will control them in a different way. This also allows you to use your chem thrower against things like Andromedons. You'll still at the very least be able to disorient the Andromedon. That's a really big deal. So I think overall this is a positive thing for this build here. And I'm going to take Scrounger on you. 20, 10, 10. That's 40 points. That should fit in with an average combat intelligence. This person over here is next. I'm going to do the roboticist probably. I could also do a gunner, but I think I'm leaning towards roboticist. You're going to be a member of the Stealth Squad. Stealth Protocol and Phantom allows you to stay in concealment and basically just take control of any drones that come our way. Is there anything else I would rather take instead of failsafe? Caustic protocol? Fracture? This helps us kill drones. Although this helps us with hacking. I think I kind of prefer failsafe. Just a little bit. Then over here we got Big Smoke. Big Smoke probably going to become our tank. I don't think I'm going to run a scavenger in this campaign. I'm going to turn Big Smoke into a giant robot when the time comes. His perk set doesn't really matter here. We'll just pick whatever helps him with the early game here. I don't know, whatever helps you with the early game. Bloody Knuckles, Perfect Guard. You're not even going to be training all the way till this rank, so we don't even have to worry about that. Okay, there we go. And finally, Fast Guy. Hijacker or Overlord? Well, do I need a Hijacker with how I'm training my people? I have one person with 9 hack stat, one person with 14, another person with 9, another person with 9. It's like a 5 hack stat difference. It'll matter sometimes. I could turn this guy into a hijacker right now and then not have to worry about the other guys, or I could just make an Overlord. Overlord is quite an interesting class. We don't really get to see it too often, so I'm going to try this one here. This is the Squad Sight Machine Gun build. Quite an interesting type of unit. This is a variation of a sniper class unit, except instead of using sniper rifles, it uses a cannon, which I believe might give it a little bit more damage output. You can either choose to go squad sight and go full on just raw dog damage against like a boss unit with cyclic fire squad sight from safety. The other option is to go for the Overwatch build, which involves Sentinel and a bunch of perks to make him really good at overwatching against multiple targets from long range. Both are interesting choices. I'm not sure if I have a preference here. This class also happens to get access to things like Flame Protocol, Containment Field, Heat Arsenal. Oh my goodness, that's great. Okay, so we have basically a sniper class unit here. I don't think I'm planning on turning this guy into an officer, so unfortunately this won't help us out too much. The other option is to use Eagle Eye and use this guy as an engagement unit. Eagle Eye really makes this guy really powerful when engaging. You can essentially see things from far away, and you don't even need a squad sight unit to do so. And then you can just kind of move up to a group of enemies and just overwatch. And as soon as they try to move, you should be able to shoot at them with the Eagle Eye extra range. I believe this passively increased sight radius by 5 also just extends your ability to shoot, and you don't even need squad sight for that. You can almost think of this as snapshot without the aim debuffs and without the need for a scouting unit, which is really quite strong. The other option is just make him go full squad sight into cyclic fire as his final build. He gets duck and cover, which is quite interesting. Jingoistic, Rainmaker, Resupply, Caustic Protocol, Napalm Protocol, Heavy Hitter. Unlike the regular snipers though, this guy's shots don't carry that extra impact because he won't have... Actually, he might have high crit chance, depending. It's covering fire. I'm gonna try out the Overwatch build because it's just so unique. It's a very unique build. I wanted to give that a go. Actually, no. Maybe if he had a rapid reaction for the triple shot here, that would have been really funny if you could like just 5-shot a group of enemies. I think for this one, we'll try doing something like this. Cyclic fire, duck and cover, nimble hands, locked on, shooting sharp, steady hand, squad sight. Fire 3 shots at a target in a single attack Requires both actions and all shots have aim penalties. This is great for killing boss units. This is like excellent for doing so. But that's really it. This class kind of suffers from only being single damage early game. I think if we go down this middle build, we can actually get a bit more out of it. Let's do this one. Okay, we're gonna do that one, and then I think that's all of our units lined up. We'll do one more mission for the night, and then I'm going to go make dinner. Alright, got ourselves our second region right away. Excellent. Excellent. I think what I'll do is I'm going to run this mission right now. It's at normal difficulty, but we have 6 rookies on it, so this should be fun. This is actually our Frost Squad. Let's actually see them in action here. Do red screen rounds stack? They used to, Xylox. In base game Long War 2 they did, and you could guarantee that you could full override a Sectopod on every single mission. It was incredibly busted. Then in Long War the Chosen they made it so that instead of just like being able to stack -5 hack defense on everything, it's just a flat -20 hack defense. And after dinner you'll come back for more XCOM, right? Right? Nah, I gotta go do other things. But we'll be back tomorrow though, after this mission. Alright, mission should be ready in just a bit. Here, we'll play this game for now. What other things, Commander? Earth needs you. Other chats or other streams? Yes, that's right, guys. I run multiple streams at once with different audience members. I like the starting thing. The starting room. I think this is a tactical legacy pack map. The hack zone is up there. It's quite far away, but one nice thing about this map
Moving to position.
is that things are nicely compartmentalized, I think. Oh no, there's a window there. You can still see through the rooms. It's not like completely separated.
Location confirmed.
I'll have one guy go through the side room. I heard a door open on this side.
I have eyes on the enemy.
First pod is down in that corner. Do we skip them and run for the objective? That is the real question. That's actually somewhat tempting of an idea.
That's me!
The objective is all the way up there. This is such a intriguing map. I like this quite a bit, honestly. Let's try going up this way. Let's go all the way through this way.
Already there. 10-4.
No need to ask twice.
Very, very interesting map. Hear more doors opening. Network shutdown is happening in just a few turns. Is this a door or is that like a window? I think that's a window. Okay, there's nothing else inside of this room here.
Move, move, move!
Is that it? Oh, that's not actually it. Okay, this is the door that we have to go through.
Affirmative.
10-4.
Okay, well, on one hand, we managed to sneak all the way up to the objective. On the other hand, we failed to kill anything in the last 3 rounds, which is kind of bad.
I smell waffles, guys!
There's nothing there. Wait, can I literally just walk up to here? That'd be really funny.
Got it covered. I have eyes on the enemy.
Okay, there is a group of enemies guarding this. Oops, I just hit my microphone. There is a group of enemies up there.
Closing on target position now.
And I did not mean to click that, but I just did.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Alright, next time we just run out there and just start killing them.
I'm on it.
Come on over this way, you guys. Come on over this way. Hello. I'm tempted to just shoot a rocket on all of them. Oh, actually, you know what? Can I frost bomb them all? That'd be funny, that'd be funny. No, I'm 1 tile short of the frost bomb dream.
Rolling.
Don't deny me my frost bomb dream. Oh, the frost bomb dream is getting denied really hard. Alright, grenade dream it is.
This is for you.
Alright, initial grenade right there. Get a bit of damage off. Now then, we have to be a bit careful about running too far forward. If we do, we might activate other stuff up there. The hack is... Where's the hack? Can't see where the hack is. Let's get an evac zone out. Where would the evac even be coming from? Did we just blow a hole open through the roof?
Evac request confirmed. Hold tight.
Loot destroyed. Unfortunate. Sector destroyed. Unfortunate for him. Oh, he even does a little, like, I'm an advent trooper salute. Does this have a cooldown, or is this... It's a 3-turn cooldown. Interesting. Bye-bye. There goes all the loot.
Come on! Come on! Not much farther now!
This is a 0 loot run. It's an extra challenging challenge run.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Alright, so I can't hack it with the Muton, but you should be able to hack it.
I've seen Rob do it before. It's easy.
Alright, Faithless Zealot over here is going to attempt to acquire an advanced BCS. Oh my goodness. There was hope.
We've confirmed
They debated me with the hope.
of the Advent files. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Overwatch. Scanning.
Here comes a group of enemies. That guy is sitting flanked to a bunch of them, so there's a chance that we lose a rookie here. Let's hope that they don't all get to take their shots against us. 1 shot. And a miss. Nice.
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
One rocket going straight down, just like so. Do you like his invisible rocket launcher? Invisible rockets. There's a guy right down there, and I really badly want to throw a grenade on top of him.
Behind you, Eddie.
Oh, there's 2 guys right down there. Okay. You should be able to kill the Frost Droid with that. Oh shit, it's immune. I'm a moron.
Affirmative, moving out. Boom!
Okay, that should kill it, and then the other grenade should get the other guy. Oh my god, we're min-rolling. Guys, don't min-roll this hard. Can you at least max roll that guy if we're gonna min-roll this guy? No, we're just gonna not do any damage to everything. Look guys, everything is almost dead.
Alright, I'll go. Whatever you say.
It's funny because that advent trooper is about to down someone.
Get ready for a surprise.
Just keep on lobbing more grenades. You can't reach. Alright, 64%. So of course you're gonna miss.
I'll get him next time.
It's just part of the course. It always happens. Now he's gonna miss too. Okay, he didn't exactly miss like I wanted him to. You were supposed to miss, sir. Sir, excuse me. I don't appreciate your not missing. Are you gonna live? 3 rounds? You'll be just fine. Alright. Everybody else, Overwatch and prepare for more contact. I heard a door open down there. Somewhere down there. We should all be able to leave this round. This entire room is sealed from over here, so that's good.
Up and over. Stepping off.
Okay, we're just all gonna hang out back here where it's nice and safe. Where we won't get spotted by the enemies and killed.
Seems doable. Come get some.
Making his list and checking it twice.
This grenade squad is pretty funny.
This is Firebrand.
What,
Time to go.
You've never seen me do the full rookie squads before?
Got it. Moving.
This is our signature. The signature of Gatecrasher. Hi. Maybe we're too used to seeing everyone carrying rocket launchers, so it's not the same. That could be the case, I can see that. Alright, save your friend there. Then after that, I'm gonna have you... We could get some EXP out of this.
Don't waste
Let's
my
open this
time.
door. Let's see how much EXP we can score from this mission. Not a whole lot. I'm not sticking around for this. I'm just gonna walk in, throw a bit of grenades. If it doesn't work, then we're just gone.
Yep, got you!
Alright, no tech. You get 1 axe throw against this guy. If you don't get him, you don't get the EXP. Hey, you got the EXP, I think. Yeah, you did. Nice.
No problem, boss.
Alright, you guys, good job. Let's go home. A bit sloppy. We did get a rookie really wounded. That did not need to happen. Whenever the squad fails to kill something by low rolling it over and over, I know for a fact they max roll critting that next round. That's right, guys. Gambler's fallacy is actually gambler's truth. I have not. I always miss it. You're just too good that you rarely gate crash. I'm getting roasted alive by Twitch chat right now. Hey, this operation was called Ice Switch. Frost God's doing good.
Another success beyond all expectations. I'm continually impressed, Commander.
I guess I do the Bitter Frost build. I think I'm gonna commit to it. We'll do the grenade build. Watch, as soon as I select that, we're gonna get a crap ton of units that throw grenades. I know it's gonna happen, guys. It's gonna happen. Guerrilla Sharpshooter Specialist. I guess probably Guerrilla. I can also do Sharpshooter because I did need a Holo Targeter. I'm thinking I might make you into our Holo Targeter. I did need one. Alright, we also needed a Storm Rider. The other option is Recon. Ninja, Executioner, or Titan. I'm gonna do another ninja. I want to try to get a ninja that has the I try not to run too many units that use different types of equipment. So I'm gonna run the ninja. Well, I already have one ninja. If I run two, then we can have the throwing knives shared between them. Oh, you didn't get the knife thrower ability. I really wanted the knife thrower ninjas. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping for one of those. Lightning Fang, Resilience, Hunter's Instinct, Tank, Gas Bomber, extra munitions.
With all that's been going on, we've never really had time to consider the possibility, but I have to believe Valen is still out there
Finally,
somewhere.
this guy over here. What do you got?
She wasn't the type to let the
Geneva.
collapse of XCOM
We'll probably do the
stop
Geneva
her
class here.
research.
Geneva is an excellent class to have. Heavy Hitter. That's quite good for the Do you get the Salt in the Wound perk? Oh, this guy doesn't get Salt in the Wound. I was hoping that we could build a class that had Salt in the Wound and Heavy Hitter. You do get Heavy Hitter though, that's great. That's still great. It's gonna make all of your rockets do extra damage. Acid Splash Rocket, Javelin Rockets for extra range, Hell Fury Rocket for killing things, and either Devastation or Geneva Suggestions. Then after that, we're going to be taking Fire in the Hole for extra for accuracy. Nightmare Fuel is okay, Shadow Step is okay, Volatile Mix is okay. Probably going to be taking... I'm not really going to be using grenades on this person too much. So one option is Shadow Step to avoid Overwatch, the other option is Nightmare Fuel. One good thing about Nightmare Fuel is that you can use it on an enemy, and there's a chance that you can cause it to panic even if it's immune to fire. It's only a 25% chance to panic though. It's between one of those two. Then after that, we can either take Master Engineer for a better improvised gas grenade. The option here is to go for EMP grenade. Ooh, that's an idea. Maybe the Chemical Squad has a bit of trouble dealing with mechanical enemies. This is how we would get past mechanical enemies with an EMP grenade. I'm actually feeling that. I think we might do EMP grenade. EMP grenade sounds pretty good. That's one way that Chemical Squad would be able to deal with stuff. Toxic Fuel, Blistering Acid. My one problem is that this guy can deal all the dots, but they can't deal heavily powered dots. They don't have Salt in the Wounds. They do have Heavy Hitters, so at the very least it's not like too much damage lost. We're losing like 4 points of damage per round, which is quite a bit against a boss unit. Like, after 2 or 3 rounds pass, we're losing essentially like 12 or 8 damage. That kind of sucks, by not having Salt in the Wound. Well, your main job is really just to apply the acid splash rocket on that team. Everything else is for control if the other people are busy doing other things. Fire in the hole, nightmare fuel, volatile mix. I wish volatile mix affected rockets as well. Grants this unit a grenade slot. Master Engineer. I think we take Master Engineer and EMP grenades. That's quite good. This allows the soldier to actually have access to both gas grenades as well as EMP grenades if we're desperate for that. Untouchable. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Heavy hitter plus EMP grenade. This gives us 55 points, and with high you have like 49 points, so we have to like go 6 points over. That's acceptable. Isn't Salt in the Wound on Squatty? Oh, you're right. It's right there. It's right there. Okay, you're right. You're right. You know, I could opt to just make this guy into a chem thrower user. I didn't see that. Thank you guys very much for pointing that out. I would have missed it completely. We could do toxic fuel blistering acid for the 4DOT chem thrower. Then the only thing you'd be missing is viscous accelerant. But if I do this, I have to give up my acid splash rockets. And this applies a rupture that we really badly need. Oh man. If I didn't have to give up blistering acid, that would have been so nice. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about that. Does this guy get salvo? I don't think so. I can't throw multiple shots out. Gain the quick burn and fine control abilities. I think acid splash is something that you have to do because no one else can really inflict rupture as effectively as you do. I think I have to go acid splash on you. Alright, we'll decide on that next time around though. I need to go make dinner for my girlfriend, so hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream. Went on a little bit longer just to make sure that we had a campaign going. Thanks for watching, you guys. Till next time, bye-bye. Have a nice night.